If you're over 60 and you've ever stood at airport security wondering why you felt rushed, that's not an accident. Airport thieves study senior travelers more carefully than they study anyone else, and there are 10 specific mistakes they pray you'll make. Last March, the TSA itself issued a public warning about one of them. A TSA officer caught on camera last summer revealed another. By the end of this video, you'll know all 10. And the number one mistake the officer specifically called out as the fastest way to get something stolen. Quick question before we start. When you put your phone in the security tray, do you ever lose sight of it for more than 30 seconds? The first mistake on this list is the one that turns a free convenience into the most expensive seconds of your trip. Mistake 10. Connecting to free airport Wi-Fi without checking the name twice. The fake Wi-Fi scam is called an evil twin attack. The fake network uses a name that looks almost identical to the real one letter different, words reversed, or a slight misspelling that's easy to miss on a small screen. The moment you connect, the network records every keystroke you make. Username and password to your bank, credit card numbers when you book a hotel, the PIN you type into a payment app, the travel-related logins that lead a thief straight to your saved cards. The TSA's own warning on this is direct. Do not enter sensitive information on unsecured airport Wi-Fi. For travelers our age, the trap is that we trust networks named free airport Wi-Fi or free terminal Wi-Fi because that's what we're told to look for. The thieves know this. They name their fake networks to match exactly what the airport signs say. Before you connect, walk over to an information desk or look at a real airport sign for the official Wi-Fi name. Match the name letter for letter. If anything looks slightly off, do not connect. When in doubt, ask any airport employee, "What's the exact name of the official airport Wi-Fi network here?" Now, from a fake network you can see, to a physical port that hides its theft entirely. Mistake 9. Plugging your phone into a public USB charging port. This is the one the TSA officially warned about on Facebook on March 5, 2025. The scam is called juice jacking. USB ports carry both power and data. A compromised port at an airport charging station can quietly install malware on your phone the moment you plug in. Your contacts, your text messages, sometimes your keystrokes, all extracted in the time it takes your battery to climb from 6% to 20%. The FBI and FCC have both issued advisories on the same threat. The TSA's recommendation is plain. Bring your own power brick or battery pack and plug into a wall outlet instead. Wall outlets carry only power, not data. They cannot be compromised the way USB ports can. For seniors traveling alone with a phone at 5% battery and a 2-hour layover, this trap is easy to fall into. The fix is to carry the same kind of small power bank we covered in the carry-on video, one that lives in your personal item under the seat and never in your roller bag. If your phone is dying and you have no power bank, find a wall outlet and say to anyone nearby, "Mind if I use this outlet for 10 minutes? The next mistake doesn't need a network or a port. It only needs the camera you're already holding. Mistake 8. Scanning the QR code on an airport poster. The QR code scam is called quishing, short for QR phishing, and it has exploded across major U.S. airports in the last 18 months. The mechanism is simple. A thief prints a sticker with a fake QR code. The sticker is the exact size of the legitimate QR code on a real airport poster, for parking payments, for restaurant menus, for airline check-in. The thief presses the sticker over the real code. You scan it. You land on a fake website that looks identical to the real one. You enter your payment information. The thief has it within seconds. The Better Business Bureau and consumer protection groups have flagged airport QR overlays as one of the fastest-growing travel scams of 2026. The fix is to look at the QR code before scanning. If the sticker looks peeling, slightly misaligned, or like a second layer over another QR code underneath, do not scan it. The safest move is to skip QR codes entirely at the airport. Type the website address directly into your phone's browser. For parking payment, use the official airport app. For restaurant menus, ask the waiter for a paper menu. If you have to scan and you're unsure, ask any airport staff member. Is this QR code official, or should I type the website in directly? The next 3 mistakes don't involve any technology at all. They're the human kind. Mistake 7. Accepting help with your luggage from a stranger at check-in. The scam starts at the curbside check-in, or at the ticket counter. A person in casual airport-style clothing, sometimes wearing a vest that looks vaguely official, offers to help lift your bag onto the scale. They look helpful. They look like they belong. They aren't airport staff. After lifting your bag, they demand a tip, often $20 or $30. In the worst version, they refuse to release your bag until you pay. In the version that targets seniors specifically, an accomplice quietly removes a wallet or a phone from your carry-on while you're focused on the bag. Real airport porters wear visible uniforms with airline or airport ID badges. They don't approach you uninvited. They wait at designated curbside positions where their service rates are posted publicly. The fix is to politely decline anyone who isn't clearly in a uniform with a visible ID. If you need help lifting a bag, ask airline staff directly at the counter. To anyone who approaches you offering help, say, "No thank you, I have help coming from the airline." The next one isn't about who helps you. It's about who's quietly waiting for you to convert your money. Mistake 6. Using the currency exchange booth near baggage claim. The booth advertises 0% commission. That part is technically true. The scam is hidden in the exchange rate itself. If the real exchange rate is 1.10, the booth offers you 1.25. The difference between the two, about 15%, is the booth's profit. They didn't charge you a commission. They marked up the rate. Most travelers our age don't compare to the live market rate before exchanging, so the markup is invisible. For a senior changing $500 into a foreign currency, that 15% spread costs about $75, for the convenience of not walking 200 feet to a different option. Over a 2-week trip with multiple exchanges, the same family can lose $200 to $300 to spread alone. The fix is to use an in-terminal bank ATM with your debit card. Most U.S. debit cards charge a flat $3 to $5 fee plus a small currency conversion percentage. Total cost is usually under 3%. A few minutes of walking saves you 12% of your spending money. At the ATM machine, the move is simple. Insert card, withdraw the amount you need, and skip the dynamic currency conversion when it offers to charge in US dollars. Always choose to be charged in the local currency. Subscribe if you haven't yet. The 5 mistakes coming up are the ones thieves count on senior travelers making after the flight is over, when their guard is finally down. Mistake 5. Walking toward whoever calls out your name at arrivals. You land. You're tired. You walk out to the arrivals curb. Someone holding a phone steps forward and says, "Are you Sarah?" Before you can think clearly, they've grabbed your bags and started walking toward a car. The fake rideshare scam is the fastest-growing arrival curb theft in major U.S. airports. Imposters stand near the rideshare pickup zone, listen for first names being announced into phones, watch for travelers checking their app, and step in before the real driver arrives. Once you're in the car, they charge whatever cash they want, often $80 to $200 for a $25 ride, or they take you somewhere you didn't ask to go. The fix is to verify 3 things before you get in any car: the driver's name on your app, the license plate on the car, the model and color of the vehicle. All 3 must match what your app shows. If someone approaches and says your name before you've checked the app, say, "I'd like to see your app screen with my pickup confirmation before I get in." A real driver shows you in 5 seconds. An imposter walks away. Now, back inside the airport, to a mistake most seniors don't even know they made until they're back home unpacking. Mistake 4. putting valuables in your checked bag. This is the one with the longest paper trail. Federal court records document multiple convictions of TSA officers and airline baggage handlers stealing from checked luggage. The SeaTac TSA supervisor sentenced in 2010 for stealing more than $20,000 worth of jewelry. JFK TSA agents arrested in 2011 for stealing cash. Miami TSA officers arrested in 2024 on surveillance footage stealing $600 from a wallet at the checkpoint. The pattern is consistent across decades and across airports. Items most commonly stolen: cash, jewelry, watches, small electronics, prescription medication. The thieves know exactly what to look for. They open the bag with the master key TSA-approved locks are designed to allow. They take the small, high-value items that won't be missed until you're home. The fix is the same rule we covered in the carry-on rules video. Treat your checked bag as if it's going to be searched by someone you don't trust. Anything valuable, cash, jewelry, prescription medication, travel documents, electronics, rides with you in the personal item under the seat, never in the checked bag. If you have to travel with valuables and the carry-on isn't enough, the move is to ship them ahead via insured mail to your hotel. UPS and FedEx both offer this service, and the insurance covers loss in transit. The next one happens in a place you'd never expect to be a theft hotspot. Mistake 3. Leaving your bag outside the bathroom stall. This one targets solo travelers more than anyone else, and seniors most of all. You walk into the airport restroom with your carry-on. The stall is small. You leave the bag just outside the door, where you can see it through the gap. You think you're being safe. A thief in the next stall reaches under or around the door, grabs the bag, and walks out before you've buckled your belt. The whole theft takes under 15 seconds. By the time you open the door, the bag is in another terminal. The fix is to use accessible or family restrooms whenever possible. They have one door, a private interior, and room for your bag inside the stall. Most U.S. airports now have at least one accessible restroom per terminal, often in less obvious locations than the main restrooms. If only standard restrooms are available, take the carry-on into the stall with you. It's awkward. It's worth it. To any traveling companion, say, "I'm using the restroom. Can you watch the bag for me?" Take turns. The bag should never be alone. Now, back to security, where the next mistake is a timing trick most travelers our age have never noticed. Mistake 2. Walking through the metal detector before your tray is on the conveyor. This is the timing window thieves wait for, and almost no traveler our age knows it exists. Here's how the scam works. You place your phone, wallet, and watch in the security tray. You step toward the metal detector. The line backs up. You're standing on the wrong side of the scanner while your tray is still on the belt, with no one watching it. A thief 2 people behind you reaches over, picks up your phone or wallet, and slides it into their own bag, which goes through the scanner with your item already hidden inside. In 2024, 3 TSA agents at Miami International Airport were caught on surveillance footage running exactly this scheme, distracting passengers as they walked toward the body scanner, then removing items from trays before the trays cleared the conveyor. The fix is timing. Never walk through the metal detector or body scanner until your tray is already on the belt and moving. If you're traveling with a companion, send them through first so they can watch your items on the other side. If you're alone, hold back from the body scanner until you can physically see your tray entering the scanner. If the agent waves you forward before your tray is moving, say, "I'd like to wait until my belongings are on the belt." They will hold you for the 10 seconds it takes. This last one is the reason I made this video. Mistake 1. Putting your phone loose in the TSA bin. In November 2025, a viral video from a travel expert captured a TSA officer's exact words to a passenger placing her phone in the security bin. The officer said, "This is the fastest way to get something stolen." The TSA officer's own assessment, confirmed in follow-up interviews with multiple outlets, is that phones are the #1 item stolen at airport security checkpoints. According to TSA's own data, between 90,000 and 100,000 items are left behind or lost at security checkpoints every month. A significant fraction of those, by the agency's own count, are phones placed loose in trays. The mechanism is the timing window from the last mistake. Your phone sits in an open bin. You walk through the body scanner. The line backs up. The bin sits unattended for 30 seconds, sometimes longer. A thief, sometimes a regular traveler, sometimes a person who came specifically to steal, picks up your phone and walks on. The fix is the simplest move on this entire list. Never put your phone in the bin loose. Zip it into the front pocket of your carry-on or your personal item before you reach the checkpoint. Run the whole bag through the X-ray with the phone inside. Belt, jacket, watch, and shoes go in the bin if needed. The phone stays in the bag. If you have to take the phone out for any reason, to show a boarding pass, to scan a QR code at the gate, slide it into your zipped jacket pocket before placing anything else in the bin. Before security, walk through the checklist mentally. Phone in zipped bag pocket. Wallet in zipped bag pocket. Watch on wrist or in bag. Nothing valuable goes in the open tray. That one sentence is the single best theft prevention move any senior traveler can make in 2026. That's the 10. Save this video and send it to the friend who's flying next month. Subscribe for more videos like this one. Click any of the